She was a woman of many layers, a person who seemed to have it all together, but beneath the surface there were secrets and mysteries that no one could have anticipated. In 2010, she vanished without a trace. It was a quiet morning in the small town where she lived, and no one could have predicted the events that would unfold. The story will chill you to the bone. Neelam was 38. She had a routine, a life that seemed perfectly normal, but sometimes the most ordinary lives hide the darkest secrets. A schoolteacher, married, she was dedicated to her students, always going the extra mile to ensure they succeeded. Her colleagues admired her and her students adored her. Well-liked, no enemies, no reason to run, or so it seemed. Her life was a picture of contentment filled with friends, family, and a job she loved. That morning, Neelam left for school, just like every other day. She kissed her husband goodbye, grabbed her bag, and walked out the door. But that was the last time anyone saw her. The day went by, and when she didn't return home, her husband grew worried. Her scooter was found, abandoned near a railway track. Her phone? Switched off. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. No signs of a struggle, no clues. The police started digging. CCTV footage, phone records, and then something strange. The investigation took a turn that no one expected. She had been getting calls late at night from an unknown number. These calls were frequent and unsettling, again and again and again. The calls were relentless, and they seemed to be coming from someone who knew her well. That number belonged to a former student, a young man who had once been in her class, a 23-year-old man. Quiet, he was known to be reserved, someone who kept to himself, polite but obsessed. He had developed an unhealthy fixation on Neelam, one that had gone unnoticed by those around him. He'd been stalking her, following her every move, watching her from the shadows secretly for months. His obsession grew, and with it his desperation. On the day she disappeared, he followed her. They argued. The confrontation was intense, filled with anger and frustration. Things got out of hand. The situation escalated quickly, and in a moment of rage, he lost control. And in a sudden burst of rage, he pushed her off a bridge. It was a tragic end to a life filled with promise. Her body was found 2 days later, in a canal. A student's obsession, a teacher's life. The community was left in shock, struggling to comprehend the senseless act, a tragedy no one saw coming. Justice was served. The young man was arrested and convicted, but the damage was done. But the silence she left behind still echoes. Her absence is felt every day in the empty classroom, in the hearts of her loved ones. If you found this story compelling, subscribe for more real crime story from India and beyond. Each story is a reminder of the fragility of life and the unexpected